guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Alright, so we have some updates regarding Google Fiber. Looks like it's now live in Smyrna, Tennessee. Growth is a pretty important piece of Brian Hercules' job, according to this article here. The challenges for the town manager are to make sure that we have roads and we have all those things that people expect to have, he said. High-speed internet is one of those things. Alright, that was pretty big for us, said Hercules. At the time, Nashville was the only city in Tennessee that Google Fiber serviced. It's just a really great town, said Ryan Jackson. It's a close-knit community and a really well-run city. That's one of the reasons we chose. Jackson is the manager of government and community affairs for Google Fiber and said over the last year that they've been building out their fiber network across multiple neighborhoods and towns. He says, we're so excited to enter Smyrna and give the residents of Smyrna that optionality from a residential perspective and also from a business perspective as well. Hercules believes giving the city another option for high-speed internet will also help attract new businesses coming to the area. Internet has become a utility today, he said. In the past, internet and all those things were kind of seen as a secondary. But just as important as anything else you do in a building today is internet access, and fiber capability is much needed access. It's another thing Hercules is looking at as he works to make sure the city is keeping up with the growth. He says, we have a lot of citizens that would like to see us stay as a small town, and we're trying to keep that local town feel for our community. But if you're not growing, you can't become stagnant, he said. Jackson said that they are working to expand so they can be accessible across the entire town of Smyrna over the next several years. He said Google Fiber is looking to expand to other parts of Middle Tennessee. They are also hoping to make an announcement about their next location in the next month. Some subdivisions that are eligible for Google Fiber services include Buckingham Place, Buckingham Hills, Woodcrest, and Woodmont. Google Fiber said this does not mean that all addresses in these subdivisions are eligible, since they are still in early stages of launching. Alright guys, so there you have it. There's also at the bottom, if you click on this link here, you can see if your address is eligible for Google Fiber, alright? So I'd like to know if any of you guys have had access to Google Fiber. What was your testing like? Any good? Would you recommend it? Of course, it's not available in my neck of the woods, so I can't give you any feedback on it, only for what I've heard. So I'm hearing that it's not bad. So, very important thing that the article mentions about staying stagnant. So that's the thing here. A lot of town residents want their communities to stay small and nature-filled, but then at the same time, the government's there. They have a very valid point. If the government there, if the cities there do not make money, okay, it's bad for the city. Okay, they can't clean up, they can't provide for the city. This is how they make money. People have to come in, they have to spend money, tourists, and it's true. If they have weak internet signal, nobody's gonna stay. They're gonna come and they're gonna leave as soon as they can't get signal. This is the way of the world. Technology is everything today. Everyone has their phone on them pretty much 24/7. Most people now have smartwatches, okay? We have laptops, tablets, and it just keeps going on and on. So that's the thing. When you go on vacation, you pretty much take all your technology with you. Most people do. There are some that are old school. They can just have their phone and they're good to go. But a majority of people do have to carry a certain amount of tech with them to get through the day. All right. So when, we hear this about a lot of things, a lot of arguing against the build outs, putting up towers. We hear this with at&t, people fighting against it. We hear about people fighting against Verizon, T-Mobile. We just did videos about that. They want good service, but they don't want towers built. Well, where are they supposed to go? So it's like I said before, I get it. They're not the most attractive thing to look at, these towers. Well, it depends on who you ask. I mean, I think they look pretty cool, but I guess if you saw it in your backyard, it would be kind of ugly. So, but at the same time, if these towers are not put there, you're not going to get the service that you need. So, you know, a lot of consumers need to recognize what they're saying and what they're asking. These are like, you can't get good service if you don't allow them to build. It's not like they're not trying to bring it. And this is a lot of the problem, right? I think this is a lot of the problem, is that, you know, some of these cities and states are refusing to have build outs put there, you know? So if you're refusing to have build outs put there, those are the same people that want to complain about not getting the service. So, you know, I've said it before, whenever the subject comes up, you know, you can't complain about something if you won't allow it to be fixed. You know, if you're the one standing in the way, then you're the problem, right? So some of these consumers need to wake up and realize that they need to allow these companies to build out. Otherwise, then don't complain about having bad service, you know? And as for the cities and states, they're not going to reject Google Fiber or Fios or any of these companies, at&t Fiber. They're not going to refuse these companies from coming down. It's never the governments there. It's never the cities. It's usually the consumers who like looking in their backyard and just seeing a lake and not seeing a tower maybe, you know, a mile away or whatever. They can see it from wherever they are, you know? So that's it for this one, guys. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. The link will be down below in the description in case you guys want to read it. Good news for Google Fiber, though, getting out there, starting to get more advanced with their deployments as well. Getting more out there. So, all right, guys. Like I said, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.